and deflates the morale of our greatest state resource, our hardworking, dedicated state workforce. It would be unconscionable to cut staff during a recession and contribute to an already unacceptable high unemployment rate. The governor's plan, House Bill 318, is the best solution. The national recession has hit Ohio's economy hard. House Democrats and Governor responded to these challenges by making a series of tough choices. And really, they're not choices that we're going to be able to stick with. We have a plan for the future so we can be released of that tax cut that people expect. It's a freeze. It's a postponement. It's not something we're taking away from anyone. The governor's proposal, now House Bill 318, is a better and more responsive way to solve our problems. The governor's plan is what employee groups and the social services want. House Bill 318 is a sensible solution to the budget hole. This plan will avoid deeper cuts to vital services by postponing the last phase of the tax reduction. This is a small price to pay for the benefit of preserving morale and maintaining a level of services to our constituents. Now, we also know that we have support of the Ohio Chamber of Commerce. We have support from the farm group. We have support from Ohio manufacturing. These folks all know where we are in our economic plan in our future, and we must have a strong, stable community in each and every county. Each and every corner of our communities need to be strong as we go through this together. So I stand in support and opposition of Senate Bill 52, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you very much. First of all, let me thank the Ohio Civil Service Employees Association for having this press conference to call attention to the need to defeat Senate Bill 52, and I stand squarely with them in opposition to this particular piece of legislation. I've had conversation with the sponsor who is willing to take a different approach, and I think it's worthwhile for us to sit down with him and see if he is totally serious about that and how we might proceed in a more thoughtful manner. Whenever you talk about reducing the number of employees in state government, I pay particular attention because I represent Franklin County, and 6 of the 10 largest employers in Franklin County is government, starting with state government, the Ohio State University, our county, our city, our school board. We are a government-run town in large measure, and so I'm always interested in any measure that's going to have a negative impact on my constituents and the health and safety of my constituents. When you start talking about reducing government by as many as 11,000 people, that is ridiculous. That is totally insensitive to think about a further reduction of state employees by that number. As Senator Vedder has pointed out, we have reduced the size of government with respect to employees by 4,700 individuals in the last 2 years. Just in the last 2 years, 4,700 people have been taken off of our personnel roles, if you will. Those are individuals, those are people, those are individuals with families, and it's having a negative impact on our economy as well. So you just can't look at this kind of situation and say, we need to cut employees so that people might feel better about the size of government. Many of us have relatives who work in the Department of Rehabilitation and Correction or the Department of Youth Services or some of the other agencies of state government. And I have conversations with them. They are very much concerned. Those who are in our prison system today and in our youth facilities today are more violent than those who have come in the past. And so to reduce the number of personnel in those departments is absolutely ludicrous and irresponsible on the part of legislators. And so, again, I'm very pleased to stand with my friends, with my colleagues in opposition to this bill. And I'm very hopeful that Senator Brindell will work with us in a more thoughtful approach, and also in a more timely manner, not to rush something like this. We did it with the Department of Jobs and Family Services. You've heard repeatedly what a disaster that was. And it did not result in the kind of efficiencies that were alleged, if you will, put forth on the front end. And we don't need to go down that road again. Lastly, if you're going to represent the people, you have to be rooted in the needs of the people. And so what I do is I listen to those who are there on a daily basis, who are rooted in the needs of the people in order to represent them effectively, as opposed to simply putting forth an academic approach that might look good and sound good, but in fact would have a negative impact on people.